Son, it's hot. You ever been so hot, you gotta fart to get a little breeze going? Well, that's what today is. It's that hot. I checked the weather and it said there's a heat advisory with a 90% chance of chafing. Not only is it hot, but I'm having to do my trash run today to the dump. It smells like rancid underwear in here. I'm so dehydrated right now, I could probably poop cardboard. Man, I'm sweating. Sweating like a whore in church. God. I don't even have any spit. I went fishing this morning and caught a dehydrated bass. I lie not. Taters, it's so hot, I swear I just saw two hobbits throw a ring off that guy's roof. What is up, Taters? Today we're going to be going out to the range, and I'm going to be bringing a very special frame today that I've had for a couple weeks called the Torque X. And I'm sure you've heard of it by now. If not, what rock are you under? It is a very awesome frame, very popular frame. I've had the Torque X for a couple weeks, and I've been holding off doing a review on purpose because I really want to put it through its paces so I can give you guys a well-rounded review. But not only am I going to review it, I'm going to rate it. That's right, I'm going to rate it. You know what I mean? We rate things all the time. I mean, like when you go to the hospital, they sit you down, they ask you from 1 to 10, how's the pain? Well, it was great till you started poking it. But we're all accustomed to rating things. I mean, if I had to rate my wife right now from 1 to 10, she'd be a 10 and a In fact, the only thing that I have trouble rating is my stress level. It don't go from 1 to 10, it goes from fist bump to throat punch. But today, we're going to not only review the Torque X, we're going to rate it at the range. That's right, the Torque X rated at the range. Just like I said, today I'm going to be doing a review / rating of the new Torque X by Simple Shot. And I'm just going to go ahead and say this for those who are not going to watch all the video. This is a frame you need to add to your collection. I'll be honest with you, the Torque X is a frame you're either going to love it or you're going to like it. It is probably one of the most safest purchases you'll make this year as a frame. Ah, shoot. Mosquito bit me. It is one of the most safest frame purchases you'll make all year. I promise. And if there's anybody out there that just says they hate it, just back away from them slowly, slide them Pop-Tarts. But like I said, today we're going to rate this thing, and how I'm going to rate it, I'm going to rate it among its peers. I'm not going to do a comparison video to its big brother, the Torque. Besides, who likes to constantly be compared to their big brother? Just think about James in the Bible, the younger brother of Jesus. Could you imagine how that was? Every time he'd done something wrong, they were like, why can't you be like your brother? So today, the idea is not to compare this to its bigger brother, the Torque. I am going to review the Torque X and rate it among its peers. I'm going to rate it against other pocketable frames that I have, because that's the category that I would put this in, pocketable / compact. All right, in order for something to be considered a compact / pocketable frame, it has to meet certain criteria. And this is just my personal criteria. Did I say that right, criteria? This is my personal criteria that I've come up with to determine if something is a pocketable frame or not. It's got to be lightweight, it's got to be thin profiled, and it's got to be pocketable. You know, fit in your pocket. So with that said, let's get to the range and see how the Torque X lines up and how I rate it. Here we go. Yes, sir. All right, let's see what this thing will do. Now, listen, I'm a firm believer that it's not the frame that makes the shooter, but I will say, and a lot of you will attest to the same thing, there are frames in your collection and in my collection that I just tend to get on target a lot quicker with. This has been one of those frames. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen today, but leading up to this day, I've been able to get on pretty quick. Let's see what it'll do. All right, we're going to go for the middle. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, this is probably one of the most comfortable shooters I've shot in a while. Alright, do it again. Ooh, just beside it. Just beside it. It was close. And close counts in hand grenades and nuclear warfare. Alright, here we go. I'm telling you, I really like this thing. I really like it. This is a consideration for a hunting slingshot for me. It really is. I can see putting some thicker bands on this and rock and rolling with it. Alright, let's try it again. Ooh, man, the thing's on. Let's see, there's some, I don't know if you can see on camera, but there's some targets that are suspended above it. I don't know what distance they are, but I'm gonna try to hit them. Let's see. This is a good practice for hunting because a lot of times when that squirrel comes in or that bird or whatever comes in, they don't come in at 10 meters and stop. They stop where they want, so you gotta adjust on the field. Let's see, we'll go for this one above it. Ooh, I hit it. Did you see that? That's awesome. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, if you ain't got into slingshots yet, man, what are you waiting for? I mean, this is fun. I'm telling you, it's fun. All right, one more. Here we go. Ooh, over it. I can't end like that. It was the wind. All right, here we go. Let me shoot. I'm gonna shoot below it. You see the little thing hanging below it? I'm gonna shoot that first one. Ooh, I missed. Sometimes I have to miss because I don't want to be too intimidating to all you shooters. So my misses are intentional. Absolutely intentional. Here we go. Ooh, you see that? You see that, Tater? You have got to get you one of these. The Torque X is a brilliant frame, man. I'm telling you. All right, the first thing I want to talk about is the weight of the Torque X. Now, the Torque comes in at 82.3 grams, which is on the higher end of pocketable frames in my opinion, but it doesn't exceed the limit. Now, I think that's a perfect weight, especially for you hunters like myself. When I hunt, I typically shoot a thicker, more robust taper. With this frame, because of the weight, it can accommodate those thicker band sets that you may want to use. It's flipping awesome. So this is definitely a frame I'm going to be considering this year when I go squirrel hunt. Okay, let's talk about the thickness. In order for a frame to be considered a pocketable, it cannot exceed a certain thickness, in my opinion. Now, the thickness on the Torque X is 21 millimeters. Now, if you want to know how thick 21 millimeters is, it's that thick. So as far as pocketables are concerned, this is more on the thicker end, but it works out perfectly. It's not enough to get it out of the category, but it's not too thin. I really like this thickness because it gives you a lot of real estate to hold on to. And check this out. I don't know if you can see it, but you can, right in the middle here, you see it swells and it tapers down. I'm telling you, that feels lovely in the hand. They really thought this one out. They did an awesome job on it. And as far as thickness is concerned, this thing's perfect. All right, finally, let's talk about the overall length or the size. In order for a frame to be considered pocketable, well, it has to be pocketable. And one of the ways I've come up with lately on determining whether or not a frame is pocketable as far as size is, well, if it fits down in this Joey pouch, it's pocketable. But the overall length of the Torque X is 130 millimeters. That's pretty small. But here is the selling point right here. It's all up top. Now, I have a lot of pocketables, and with most of my pocketables, I have to make sacrifices. And one of the areas that I had to sacrifice a lot of times is in the frame widths. A lot of my pocketables come in about 80 to 85, which is not terrible, but there are adjustments that have to be made. But with the Torque X, there is no adjustments. The frame width is 92 millimeters. Absolutely perfect. So what does that mean? For all you guys just like me who really want a compact shooter but don't want to give up any up top, you don't have to. Here's a 92 millimeter frame width in a compact package. So all of this has led up to this moment where I give you the rating for this slingshot. How does the Torque X rate next to all of my other pocketable shooters? And I can clearly, without any doubt, tell you that the Torque X comes in at a solid 9. I'm talking about coming around third, sliding into home, no trouble at all. A perfect 9. All right, Taters, some final thoughts. That is not straight. Another cool feature about the Torque X, because it is 10% smaller than the original, it allows for multiple grips now. The original, the only grip I can pull off was a good thumb brace, but with this one, not only can I do a good thumb brace, but I can do a pinch grip as well, and that's just awesome. And just like the original, you can not only shoot this upright, but you can flip it over and shoot it upside down. It shoots great either way. I've tried it. A lot of great thought has been put into the Torque X, and you got to get one. And I've made it very easy. All you got to do is go down in the description below. You're going to see a link that says Torque X. Just hit that link. It's my own personal link, and by using that link, you'll help bless the channel, and I'd really appreciate it, and it costs you nothing extra. So hit that link and go pick you up one. I promise you'll thank me later. And with that said, we're going to wrap this thing up, so until we meet again, be kind to each other, and get out there and bust some cams. We'll see you next time. Get you one. Get you one. Get you one of these, Tater. I'm telling you. Money well spent. And you'll be able to sit at the pool table at the next tournament. For real. Right beside Nathan. Yeah. Later, Tater.